Hey boys, welcome back to Season 2 of the Warriors career mode, where after just absolutely self-destructing in that first game against the Rabbitohs to somehow lose, I don't really know how we lost that, but we ended up losing the game. But it was a solid start. We're taking on the Roosters in this game. Obviously James Tedesco is the main signing. See if they got any other newcomers. Looks fairly standard. Didn't see any other new faces. There was one other dude on the wing, I think. I didn't actually know who it was, but our team, I think, is the exact same as first game. You know, we're trying out the new guys. You know, and it's a pretty much a full strength side. That's what we're going for here, is Tedesco getting early involvement, getting the late offload away as well. So a few ominous signs early. It should be a pretty tough game. We are going to give away the high tackle penalty, which honestly I wasn't too concerned about. They're going to go for the 2. You know, it's pretty much what the AI do, which is a good thing. I mean, it's a good and a bad thing. I mean, it's a good thing for regular games because obviously taking 2 points is something that's pretty much done all the time in NRL now, but for like the Auckland Knights, it's a little strange. But Tuivasa-Sheck, off a beautiful inside play, is going to get the late offload to a Surfer Solomona, who another newcomer is going to score the try. I actually didn't realize he's playing these first 2 games here, but that was just great play. Tuivasa-Sheck, the speed burst to get through the gap, late offload. But the first game, Nikorima and Tohu Harris scored our tries, and now a Surfer Solomona is going to score. So all the new recruits have crossed the stripe, other than I think like Jane Sewer and Hulu, but that's pretty neat. So a 7-2 scoreline so far. A little bit of a strange scoreline, obviously, with that bonus point try. Approaching half time here as kick downfield, pretty poor kick chase. Let's Tafua make some easy ground, but unfortunately that is going to be the halftime siren. So a fairly boring first half of footy. We only really had the one real chance to attack. But coming back from the break here, we're going. I was trying to pass it to a forward, but I passed it to Tuivasa-Sheck originally, I think. Passed it back to Johnson, who then passed it back to Tuivasa-Sheck. So I decided, well, there's a little bit of a gap there, just run straight for that. All of a sudden, into the backfield, and a very, very simple and a fairly soft try for the Roosters to concede. So we shoot out here to a 14-2 lead. There's a nice little bit of inside play here. Vadavai getting through the gap there. That's a pretty slick play. I think it was Tohu Harris passing that final pass. But, you know, playing pretty well here. Unfortunately there, it totally broke down. Players were just flat-footed through the pass when it, you know, probably should have just took it under the arm because nothing was really on. So the forward pass resulted, giving the Roosters now a chance with a very good kick. It's perfectly played. Actually, probably a touch too deep because we were able to take that in goal, get the tap restart. But right here, Mitchell Pearce is going to go straight through, and somehow we're not going to make the tackle. I don't know how he got out of that. He first sort of just swerved away from Tuivasa-Sheck, but I thought we had him with I thought the ankle tap might not, you know, knock him over, but I thought it was slowing down, which it did, but then I thought someone else would finish him off. So the Roosters now have the opportunity to break our hearts like that first game. They're only 6 points behind. We've pretty much been in control, and they're going to score with Boyd Cordner. Oh man, I could not believe it. We've really been choking in some of these games. Even like last season, the World Cup against Australia, we probably should have won that game, but Mitchell Pearce actually misses the conversion, which is pretty good for us as he spread it out here to George Tafua. He's going to take on the fullback, brush him aside, but just make some good meterage there. Pretty much just started to play smart here after that misconversion, which is very, very handy for us. But we do give away the high tackle. A little risky. If it was a little closer, like, I don't know, like 5 meters maybe, they probably would have gone for the goal. And for some reason the game just finished. They didn't even get to kick the ball out. So, you know, looking at their completions, they were 9 from 9, so I think we did pretty well to win. But here we go, we got a second game in this episode. Obviously, the first episode I did, there was like a fair few highlights. I thought the video was still a bit shorter, but this one, that second game was only like 4 or 5 minutes, so I had to put in the third game here, and it also just, it made sense because this is the final pool match up against the Melbourne Storm, who I don't really know how they're going in the pool stages, but I mean, if you look at their team, they're gonna be very tough to beat. The main omission obviously is Cooper Cronk. I'm pretty sure Cooper Cronk just retires in this game for the next season. He would do that for like every career mode, so you know, he's probably going to do that in real life. I don't really see him playing for another club, so probably makes sense. But Brodie Croft is very good in this game as well, so they don't, you know, they obviously lose a fair bit, but on the game here, still a very, very strong side. I guess Asafa Solomona, we did pinch him to join our team. I actually totally forgot. As who was that? Adokar? Was it Vunivalu? I think it was Adokar. Put a little kick in behind, just trying to use his speed to get to that, but we were able to cut it off. It's good work here. Johnson linking up with Jaden Nikarima into the backfield. Pretty nice play right there. As we were setting up for the inside play, but sort of just the plays were just a little bit out of position. Just decided to tuck it under the arm with Simon Mannering. Made some good ground there as we spread it out to Johnson here, looking to go for the bomb. Not a bad kick, but Adokar just attacks that ball. Actually really realistic how he sort of caught that one. Just ran at it, sort of had the knee high, and actually looked pretty slick. Is right here. We got some room to move. Trying to get that last offload away. It's going to be a handover, but you know, fairly, you know, not a boring first half. Some decent attack from both sides. Just the scramble in defense has been a bit of a key factor in this game, from, you know, stopping both teams' scores. Right there, we fucking, oh man, thankfully we're gonna roll Bromwich over onto his back. I almost blew it. I ran out of the line with someone and completely missed the mark. Just poor defense, obviously. But right here, we're gonna come up with the big shot to relieve a fair bit of pressure early in the second half. And we finally get a chance to attack a beautiful little ball to Tuivasa-Sheck, streaming through the hole. Just couldn't really link up with anyone, but taking the tackle, second tackle it is, with a great chance to attackers. Asafa Solomona there, already proving his worth. It's gonna be a big plus for us. Solomona up front, very strong forward. There's a little kick in behind, and it's gonna be Sean Johnson does it himself here. A bit of solo brilliance. I was actually trying to kick for I think it was Harris on the outside of us. I thought it was just gonna, you know, set him up, but he sort of he went the other way for some reason. So Johnson just used a little bit of speed, got in behind the Storm defense, and finally gets some points on the board. Unfortunately, I'm gonna miss another kick. Struggling with the goal kicking lately. Honestly, I can't get the kicks, so missing that is a little bit of a problem. We're also going to give away another penalty. That's been another bit of a trend. We're just giving away a lot of penalties lately with some high tackles. Thankfully, we do defend our line well. Their last opportunity to score, and it's going to be a 4-0 victory. A very tight game, and yeah, beating the Storm feels pretty good, and beating the Roosters, two very strong teams. Hopefully, guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.